My name's Rob Ryder in West Cornwall in England, and this is because of the nature of what I'm talking about. This will be a short video, and so it's a freebie. Obviously, if you look back on my other videos, a lot of time I'm quoting on books that I've wrote, and the idea of doing the videos is the information that's in the books that I feel is important. You're getting little bits of it out for free, so people can understand this. If you want to support what I'm doing and you want to buy the book, great. I've published them as cheap as I possibly can. But the idea of doing these little videos is I'm giving you insights into the information in the book for free. And you can do your own research without buying the book. The latest book I've got out, which is going to a previous video, is this one, Medical Despotism, written with the help of a former doctor, Patrick Quanton, and the help of a friend of mine, Anne Leishon. And again, it's difficult to go into the content of the book, but the freebie is in 2016 I published a free ebook, which I'll put a link below, and that can be found on Andrew Johnson's website called checktheevidence.com. Andrew has been doing research for decades probably, and if you've got evidence, it's evidence-based theory, and you've got the evidence within your research, then he's happy to publish it, because he's evidence-based. So how am I going to talk about this now? This free ebook that I published has official government data on the rates of infectious disease and when they started falling, and the conditions in when they started falling. So those graphs are not published to medical doctors. They're not published to the general public. In the free ebook, which is also in this book, is those graphs, plus 3 letters I wrote to the Department of Health challenging them. So the replies are in the book, stamped, headed paper, signed by the Department of Health. I'm not telling anybody what to think, but people need this information if they're going to make informed choices about their health, their own health choices, etc. Again, it's difficult what I can say, but I'm just going to ask a few questions and leave you with a few options here. Do we have an immune system, or do we have a system of cleansing and rebalancing? Do we have an immune system that is making us immune from an exterior attack, or do we have a system that is constantly cleansing and rebalancing? Either one you go for, if we didn't have one of them systems, we would probably dead in a minute or so, because we can't have waste and toxicity building up in our body, and waste and toxicity is a natural part of life. So I'm not going to tell you what to think, but it's an important question. Do you have an immune system, or do you have a cleansing and rebalancing system? When you're ill, do you believe your body's gone wrong and therefore needs fixing? Or do you believe it's dealing with something, which would be the end process of that something or some things would be a buildup of waste and toxicity in the body? So do you see your body as a machine that is constantly going wrong, that is unconscious and doesn't really know what it's doing? Or do you see your body as an intelligent vehicle, your mind, that's job is always to stay in balance? And so every response, every process that's going through, every illness, do you see that again as something going wrong, or do you think the body's trying to restore balance? Obvious example would be diarrhea. Do you see that as the body going wrong, or do you think actually it's dealing with something in my gut that it doesn't want, waste, toxicity, whatever, it doesn't actually matter if you trust the body, and therefore I need to go through that process Maybe not eat for a day or two and just let the body clear out. If you think, again, diarrhea is something going wrong, you'll take Imodium to stop that process. If you think, actually, whatever's coming out needs to come out, you'll go to bed and allow that process to take place. Your choice. I'm not telling people what to think. And this is another important factor. People have to make their own mind up. Another thing is, when you're ill, do you want to give it a name? This is this thing that I've got, you know, a flu, diabetes, whatever. Do you want to give it a name? Or do you want to see it as a process? If you give it a name, you've got a thing. And everything must have a cause. And everything is something that is causing harm to me. If you see it as a process, then you'll see actually what's going on here. It's not what have I got, it's what is my body trying to do. So again, that goes in line with the immune system and what thing have I got. Has the body gone wrong, or have I got a cleansing and rebalancing system? What's my body trying to achieve here? What's actually happening? I've not got a thing, there's a process going on. I've been lucky enough to study with medical biochemist Trevor Gunn. Now, I don't know if it's his quote, but it's definitely a quote he constantly uses, and people need to get it in the head, in my opinion. When you're ill, illness is not a thing, it's a process. So if you change your mindset from a thing to a process, you start to ask yourself, what is my body trying to achieve? Instead of why has my body gone wrong? Again, your choice. So to sum this up in a practical sense, what I always say to people, if you try it, just try it. Go about thinking, I have a cleansing and rebalancing system. Yeah. So instead of thinking just for the moment, I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just saying, try this out. Instead of saying I have an immune system, stop saying that for a while. Say I have a cleansing and rebalancing system. If you get ill, or if you notice somebody else gets ill, instead of saying what have they got, saying what is happening there? What is the process that's going on? What is the body trying to achieve? If you change your belief system on that, you'll start to see the illness in a different light. And again, I'm not telling you what to think, but if you go along the lines of, I have a cleansing and rebalancing system, if you go along the lines of, I have a health balance, whatever that is for you, it's very individual. And when I'm out of balance, then when I'm ill, is my body, is that a process to restore balance, or is that something that's going worse and wrong? Again, you have to make your own mind up, but try it. I have cleansing and rebalancing system. Not what has gone wrong. What is my body trying to achieve through this process of illness? And again, a simple example would be coughing up phlegm. If you've got a bit of a cold and phlegm's coughing up, you look at that, you think, well, that was in there. I don't want, obviously, whatever that is, it doesn't look good. I would prefer that out. Therefore, my body is doing me a favor. So why would I want to take antibiotics, whatever, to suppress that? If you've got a lot of mucus coming out of your nose, so you look at it, well, don't want that inside. So whatever's happening is a process of elimination. Think about it yourself. Going back to the free ebook, which you'll put a link below, which I can't talk a lot about. Read it, see what you think yourself. The important thing to know is it's the government's own data. The letters are the government's own letters. Make up your own mind. It's free. The reason it's free is the important bit is that people see things to make up their own mind and see it for what it is. So because it's free, as a PDF, you can pass it around to as many people as you want. In the comments, probably not in the link, in the comments, I'll put a first comment of one of the interviews, the main interview it was based on, which is an interview I did with Patrick in 2014 regarding the nature of the disease. If you want the expert edition with Patrick's incredible knowledge, then obviously that's the book you want to buy, Medical Despotism, which you'll see the link to that in previous videos. But this is a freebie. I can't even say the name of the book because of the way the censorship is at the moment. But the book will be in the links, and the interview will be in the comments. Make up your own mind. Thank you.